Welcome to Monster Monday. Tonight we're going to be taking on one of my favorite freaking monster movies of the last forever. The greatest concept for a demon movie I've probably ever seen. I checked this out on Netflix about a year ago and I bought a copy on Blu-ray like instantly. I think even before the damn thing was over, because I was just like, this movie is fucking fantastic. I love this. I love this concept. It's a very silly, playful, fun popcorn type movie, but it has the best freaking plot for a demon movie I've ever watched. And what that is that if you kill it, then you become it. So, and this thing is like ravenous. It's out for anarchy. So this isn't just like some body hopping movie where, you know, it just jumps into another person's body and then they walk out of the house and they disappear down the street and it's like into the smoke and, you know, who is it now? No. This thing, when it starts, it's killing. It's a killing machine. It's like a frantic zombie that you would see in like 28 Days Later, but except for that it will use shotguns, it'll use chainsaws, it'll use anything that it can get its hands on. And if you kill it, defending your family, defending yourself, whatever, then you become it and you immediately jump right into the carnage and start killing everyone around you. So it's just instant carnage going on constantly, and it's fucking awesome. It's just so awesome. Dolph Lundgren in this is great. This is the perfect fucking movie to turn into a franchise. Take this character, make it like a Supernatural, a TV show. He's a demon hunter. This one is the demon hopper. The next one is, he talks about a lot of demons in this. He even mentions one that's very like It Follows, the demons transferred through sex. But have him, Jebediah, going town to town and fighting different demons. Dolph Lundgren is perfect in this role. This is one of the better roles that he's ever had. He just nails this. It's cheesy enough just for him. He complements this film, or this film complements him, or vice versa, or the same, whatever. They're perfectly matched up. Mike Mendez, who directed this, he also did a film called The Convent, which I'm a huge fan of. Very Night of the Demons. If you haven't seen it, and you love Night of the Demons, absolutely check it out. It's like a remake or an homage. I mean, I don't know what you want to call it. It's very similar. It has lots of neon blood. Adrienne Barbeau blowing nuns away with a shotgun, riding on motorcycles. Kick-ass shit. She's not in it a whole bunch, so I don't want to make you think she is, but it's super kick-ass. We also have Christina Klebb in here, which I'm a big fan of, from the Halloween remake, and a movie called Proxy, which I absolutely loved, even though a bunch of people seem to hate it. I don't know why, but it is what it is. I'm a big fan of it. So yeah, I mean, just imagine like someone breaking into your house. I know this is terrible to even imagine, but I mean, just for the sake of it. But imagine someone else who, you know, they freaking, they're sitting in their house. Someone breaks in and starts killing their family. What are you going to do? Or what are they going to do? Of course they're going to defend their family, right? Or maybe some of them are just run out of the house and be like, fend for yourself, bitches. But most people would fend and kill whatever is hurting their family. Except for in this scenario, you defended your family. You did what you were supposed to do. You fended off the attacker. You put him down. And now you are the attacker because the demon enters you and you are the one killing your family. And the way it's played in this movie is more comedic. It's more, as I said, it's more playful. It's more a popcorn film and whatnot. But I'm telling you, man, if they did this movie, this concept in a serious film, oh man, this is rough. Because this guy, we're talking spoilers, obviously. There's a moment in the film, and it happens a couple times, but there's this moment where this guy protects his family, and then everyone's like calm for a second as this guy like becomes the demon. It's so fast, and then he turns the fucking gun on the kid. It's a guy, it's a little boy or girl, I can't remember. But it's like, daddy, and then just blows his fucking kid away. Oh my God, it's horrible, man. But it's such a great concept for a film because it's just, how do you defend against it? I mean, thank God this guy came to town. Otherwise, what the hell are you going to do? All right, let's get into the movie. So there is a Rottweiler named Titus in the opening, and my dad has a Rottweiler named Titus, so immediately I'm all about that. He finds this golden egg that the demon was trapped in, which we find out later is how he trapped the thing. And I don't really know what he ingested it, I guess. He opened it up, and if you put your mouth over it, because when later in the movie, at the end of the movie, when the demon is out, the little ball thing, and it's floating around, it can't seem to just go off into somebody else. It has to be ingested? I don't know. Don't put it into a flask then at the end of this movie if it needs to be ingested. That's a bad place to put it. Put it in something that no one wants to put into their body, like your penis. No. And let's see. One of the greatest things about this movie, hands down, is on-screen death. There are like 50 to 100 kills in this movie. That's a huge gap between... Okay, there's like 75. We'll meet in the middle. And I would say 80% of them are on-screen, and most of those on-screen deaths are graphic. Lots of head explosions, lots of people getting shot in the chest, being thrown backwards, very little CGI, almost all practical. Awesome. And there's so much carnage in this movie. The fucking like town hall scene when the creature comes in with like a duffel bag full of all sorts of crazy tools and axes and bats and shotguns and machine guns and chainsaws and whatever, and just throws it on the ground because he knows, like, when he kills the first person, the other people are going to kill him, and they're going to go and they're just going to be grabbing weapons right and left and all killing each other, and it's pure mayhem. That scene alone is worth the price of admission for anyone who's a Gore fan, who's a fan of just pure chaos in movies. You got to see that stuff. It's so fucking funny, awesome, intense, great stuff. And yeah, freaking Lundgren goes to the bar here and he picks up this chick because her ex or some guy she screwed once, or I don't know, is being very handsy, and of course he has to teach him a lesson, and he takes this girl home and he has sex with her, and he's 30 or he's like 60 in this movie, and that girl's like 25. Which has happened in a few movies I've seen of his lately. He's always being paired up with like 20-year-olds. Look at Kindergarten Cop 2 for an example. That girl's like 28. He pulls it off pretty well though. But yeah, she takes him home and she fucks him. And then in the morning she's like, you owe me $150. And he's like, I don't remember entering into said arrangement. And it's like, hell no, that's ridiculous. She's like, you think a girl looked like me would be hanging out in a scummy bar like that unless I was, getting paid? And it was like, well, I thought you fucked me because I protected you and whatnot. But no, she's a pro. I thought that whole scene was pretty funny, especially since I would be like, no, that is not what happened. You need to let people know up front that you're a hooker, okay? And yeah, I mean, I don't know if these people are aware of what they're doing when they're doing it, but that would make it. I wish that would be in the film, that somehow he would have said somewhere that they're well aware of what they're doing, so they know they're killing their family and they have no control over it, and then they have to be shot dead and have to see that's coming for them. I don't know. If that was played on more, it would be even more fucked up than it already is. And it just, please turn this into a franchise. Please, please, please. There's so many demons that he talks about in this movie that freaking It Follows one that, has, it's like a sexually transmitted demon, like I said. And then you have all these other really interesting, cool ones. And it's like, yes, go hunt those in the next movies. Awesome, awesome, please. And Christina Kleb's character ends up being like an angel, a descendant of angels, which you don't really see too much of in these demon type films. But it's like, hey, if you're gonna have demons in your film, it's not too much of a stretch to say that there could be some descendants of angels. I like that. It's all right. And so the thing like wants to be her, because we find out that if it becomes her, then she can open up, because it's a mixture of like angel and demon. She can open up like a portal or something that can unleash thousands of these demons on the earth, and that would probably be the apocalypse if there was like, since there's only one of these things. I don't know if they'd be just like him, but it would be at least, you know, 1,000 more demons or more than. I don't know if there was like a limit. And let's see here. But yeah, the town meeting mayhem, I already said, it's just too many to even go through. I couldn't even put my finger on my favorite of them. One of them, there's like the head springs right up from the body as it's shot. It looks so ridiculous. None of the gore in this movie looks realistic, but it's over the top and fun, like it should be. Love that the chief just bails. The chief of police just leaves and never comes back. And she even gives him a guilt trip, like, really? You're gonna leave? We don't do that. She's trying to give him the speech, and he's just like, no. And he backs up and drives off. And she's like, really? And it's like, she dies. He didn't. Who made the best choice? Yes, I know she's a hero, but still, I was like, wow, he actually left and never came back. I feel like Dolph Lundgren's character here talks this guy into killing his kid and himself a little too quickly. He does it so fucking fast. He's just like, just so you know, your daughter's a demon and you need to take some poison, kill yourself essentially before you kill her. And then as you kill her, you know, you'll die really quickly thereafter and you'll be saving us all. And the guy's kind of like, all right, I'll do it. And then the FBI breaks in and stops him. It wasn't even like he was like, no, I got to rethink this or anything. He's like on board almost immediately. He does really say it like once. And yes, the movie has to move along. But I just found it funny that he was just like, no. And he's like, come on, man. It was almost like a Jack Bauer please. And he's like, all right, fine, let's just do it. And it's like, you're going to kill your daughter and then yourself? Wow, it would take me a lot longer to prove that. I do like the idea that the agent, the main FBI agent, shot one of the demon, like, and then they take off together, and then the demon dies from its wounds later, and then it becomes him. So it's whoever kills it last. So no matter what you do, the person to be the last person, because some other guy in this movie shoots a demon and then someone comes up and sticks it and just kills it, gives it that last second. If that person wouldn't have, you know, waited 5 more seconds, it would have died from the other wound and that guy would have become the demon. But in this, yeah, I like that they played around with that a little bit. Like, he could have died from it a week later and then that guy would have became a demon out of nowhere. So I do like that they kind of touched on that a little bit. And yeah, then we get the preacher mob. That was great. And when the demon becomes the preacher, he bites his finger off right here and he drags and he pulls the skin off to just let the bone be exposed. And then he starts sticking it into Lundgren's neck and moving it around. Awesome scene. Awesome idea. Great stuff. Love it. And then Christina Klebb's character here, she has to sacrifice herself because Lundgren's going to kill himself. He's given into it. That's what his dad did. He thinks that's his fate, that's his responsibility. He's going to do it. The preacher mob shows up, fucks that up, and then Klebb has to go in and do it. She straps a freaking grenade vest to herself, and then she like raises up in the air, all demonic, lightning's coming down, it gets dark. This freaking, you know, the portal's about to open up, and then she looks down and she has the pin in her hand, and boom, her legs and arms and head and everything go all off in different directions as she blows up, so you even get to see the explosion on screen. It looks ridiculous. It's pretty hilarious, and I love it. And then, yeah, he takes this thing out. He grabs it up in the bottle, and he takes it and he throws it into the ocean, and as it's starting to fall, a shark comes and eats it. Oh my God, Demon Shark, there's the next movie. No, I don't want it to be connected, but that could be a spin-off. Demon Shark. That'd be fucking great. But yeah, I mean, I feel like you would have taken that and then put it into like a thing of concrete, like put it into the concrete and seal the concrete, and then like have that like layered by like freaking steel and then throw it in the ocean. But I don't even know if you want to throw it in the ocean. I don't know. But definitely encase it first in a lot of different things so it would be impossible to get through. But overall, if you haven't seen this movie, you're doing yourself a serious disservice. This movie is so damn fun. Please check it out if you haven't for some reason. It's just so inventive. It's so clever. There's lulls, though. I did find it doesn't stay, like on my second viewing. The first viewing, I was so like hyped with it, I didn't really notice. But on the second viewing, I did find it dragging a little bit here and there. I thought, you know, some of the dialogue was a little corny. It's supposed to be, but there's moments where it's a little too much. I don't know. It could have used some tightening up. It could have used some better dialogue here and there a little bit. But overall, I really loved it on my second viewing as well. And I do hope that this becomes a franchise. I hope it becomes kind of a little cult hit and they, you know, want one and will get one eventually. But I don't know. Maybe that will never happen. That would be a shame. But for now, it's an awesome flick. Check it out. Adios.